Hey there, it is Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
You're watching Facebook Live or YouTube Live. There on the screen, singer-songwriter Rachael Nemiroff. She's got a new single out. We're going to talk about it. One Heart, Two Homes. Rachel, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's so grateful to be here with y'all.
Thanks for joining us all the way from Nashville, a whole 4 hours away from us, and on a different time zone. I mean, you got up early for us.
Oh, well, I'm happy to be here. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Shucks.
Now, we've heard your stuff and we've read about you, and you've got quite a story. We want to dig into the new single that is it out now or is it going to be released?
It is. So it just came out. It's a little less than a week old.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. I found it interesting. I really found it cool that growing up, you would sing around your house and your mom said, I got to do something with this girl. She's driving me crazy.
Yes. And
she put you in theater.
She did. Yes. She put me in theater from a young age and got me involved there. So grateful to my mom.
So what shows did you do? We got to know. I have a theater son, so he would be thrilled to know.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Mamma Mia,
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz. That was a fun time.
Who'd you play in Wizard of Oz?
I was just one of the background people. So
you were the
not
chorus.
really yes, I was the chorus. So it was
chorus.
still nothing, not a character, but still it was a great
it's fun,
experience.
isn't it? Yeah, theater's fun.
Yeah, it definitely was. So she got us involved, my sister and I, from a young age. So super grateful to her for that.
Now, I know you have a full-on career going and your plate is full, but have you ever thought about doing maybe some of that on the side? And what show would you like to do that you've never been able to do?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I feel like I was really into musical theater for a while in high school. So I went to performing arts high school my sophomore year as well and studied musical theater. But kind of after I got to Nashville, I really just focused more on like songwriting and whatnot. So I don't know. It's been a minute since I've done musical theater. So I really don't know.
All right. Well, think about that. We might come back to that. I want to know what your dream role would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you guys.
Yeah. So think about that. But in the meantime, songwriting. How did you get into songwriting? When did it first start for you? Was it just something that kind of flowed out of you, or did you say, I'm going to write a song?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it wasn't until I got down to Nashville that I started taking songwriting classes, and I met one of my mentors. Her name's Kim McLean, and she is an incredible songwriter in the industry. And she was also an adjunct professor at Trevecca Nazarene University, where I went to school. And so she really just helped me learn the songwriting craft. And I literally remember after I had a few lessons with her, I just went back in my room and started just playing the guitar, and then some lyrics started coming out, and I just put it together. So I would say it started my sophomore year of college after taking some lessons with her.
Now, with that first song, did you go, oh, this is terrible? Or was it like, wow, this is awesome?
Oh, man. It's so funny you say that because I don't know. I think when I first started, it really just poured out. So it was actually, I'll never forget where I wrote my first song. So I was taking lessons with Kim. I was sharing with y'all, one of my mentors, but I hadn't fully crafted my first full song yet until I had gone back to my house. But yeah, it just kind of poured out, and I didn't really know at that point. I was like, if this is good or not. I just knew it came from a very real, raw place, and I think that was something that was special, is knowing that it came from just a real place. So
yeah, that's when you know it's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Singer-songwriter Rachael Nemiroff here with us. New single is One Heart, Two Homes. It's got a really cool story that it comes from. Rachel, you want to talk about that? Where did this song come from? And why now, you think, did you release this song?
Definitely. So I actually wrote this song back in March on a little writer's retreat with some of my friends. And I just remember talking that morning. So typically in co-writes, I'll just talk about what's going on in my life, because I do think it's important to share just things that you've experienced in life and write from that real raw place. So my parents, they actually divorced when I was 6 years old. And just to be completely transparent, it was really difficult. And it's still something that I think I've had to process just even into my young adulthood. And I was talking with two of my dear friends who I was on this writer's retreat on, because we just started chatting. They're like, what do you want to write about? And I was like, y'all, I've actually never really shared a part of my story with this. And so I really wanted to be able to just write it with not really like too many filters on it. And then also just talk about what that journey has been like, and then coming to know Jesus and the type of love that God has for us. And so, yeah, I think I wanted to release it right now just because the holiday season too coming up, I know it can, especially like people who are going through something like this or have like divorced parents, or maybe their parents are going through a difficult time. I think it's just, I don't know. I wanted to release it around the holiday season because I know it can just be hard for a lot of people. So
Definitely. Now, have you shared the song with your parents, and what were their thoughts on it?
yeah, so I actually shared it with my mom, and yeah, she's just the best. We have a really close relationship, and yeah, her and I are really, really tight. So she was very touched and moved by it. And so she's really been there for me through all of it and has been kind of like a solid rock, and has also just really pointed me back to God in the midst of everything that had gone on. Because I don't know, I just feel like divorce is difficult in general. And I wanted to release a song and talk more about it to just take the shame off of the topic and just provide, I don't know, hope in hopes to like facilitate conversations about it. And just share a little bit more of the story behind the song.
Awesome.
Rachael, when you started putting this together and started telling other folks and maybe even sang it, I don't know how that, progression worked for you. What was their response? Was it all like, yeah, you got to do this song?
Oh man. Yeah. Before I released it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm signed with Curb Word Music Publishing. I signed with them last year, and they have been so amazing. And they are actually part of the reason why I released it, because I sent it into my publishers. And it's so funny with the music industry, writers and I have talked about this. When we send in songs, we don't always expect to get a response back from our publishers. And when we do, we're like, oh my goodness, they said like one word. That means so much to us. Like, thank you guys. So it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit because they're pretty like particular, but I sent it in, and there's been times where I've like wrote a little synopsis about the song, but I was just like, you know what? Let me just send this in. I probably won't hear a response back. Even though like my friends and I who wrote it, we kind of felt there was something on the song, but I just sent it in, and I got a response back from one of my publishers literally like right after he listened to it and was like, oh my goodness, I'm speechless. Like, this isn't like the cookie cutter Christian lyric that we can hear frequently. And I'm kind of paraphrasing, but
right.
I just know he really meant that when he sent it. And then just talking with some of the other writers, like they're signed with different people as well as writers, and the people over there were just like, oh my gosh, this song, and like personally reaching out to me saying that it was really powerful and they felt like it was going to relate to a lot of people. So, yeah.
How helpful is it to have a group of people that you can just sit and write with and share ideas, instead of just sitting in a room by yourself saying, okay, I'm going to write a song. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I think it's so helpful. And it's a very common thing in Nashville to co-write. And I would strongly encourage it to anyone who might want to be a songwriter and get involved. Like, definitely, write by yourself, do that, but collaborate with others. And I know it can be very vulnerable and scary, but I've made some of the best friendships ever just by co-writing and putting myself out there. And now having a publishing deal, you have to, like you literally, I get scheduled to write with at least 2 other people in a room every day. So because there's something that I might not think of that they think of. And it's just really cool to see how all the ideas come together when you collaborate to make something really special.
Singer-songwriter Rachael Nemiroff with us. The new single's called One Heart, Two Homes. I think you can catch it on Spotify. I think I read that, and you can download it. Just enjoy it and pass it along. Rachael, you're amazing. We've got the holidays coming up, 2022. What's going on? Are you working on a full project? Who are you singing with? What are you doing?
Yeah, so right now I'm just focusing on writing more. I'm going to put out a record next year, so it's going to be a full album, hopefully with 10 songs. So
she says hopefully with 10 songs.
I'm like, that's the goal, that's the plan. There could be more, but definitely at least 10 on there. So I'm really excited about this project.
So would they be okay if you said, I only have 8.5? Is that okay?
I hope so. You guys tell me. I don't want to let you down.
They'll be like, no, 1.5 more songs. Go right. Don't come back.
That is so funny. Yeah.
Hey,
now, I do have to ask about on your YouTube channel, the first thing that comes up is a mashup with Justin Bieber.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I started just doing covers and reimagining them before, I really started putting out original music. So that's something that I've always enjoyed doing, and just different ways to express myself. And I know covers are like a really big thing too, that I have personally loved to listen to, just reimagined. So big Justin Bieber fan though too. So it's like,
well, you can say you've done a song with Justin Bieber. I mean, how awesome is that?
That'd be cool to actually collab with him. But thank you.
So that leads me to this. We couldn't quite get to the musical thing of what you'd like to be in, but who would you like to sing with? Do you think anybody out there, any genre, who would you like to say, yeah, you know what? I'd like to sing a tune with that person.
Oh goodness. Man, I feel like there's so many people out there that I really look up to. Like in the Christian music industry, I would say, I love Christian hip hop and rap. That's something about me. I love Lecrae. Like his music is just so deep and real and raw. It talks about the struggle of life, but also just his faith and hope in God. And it was really cool because I got to sing with Tadashi. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a Christian hip hop artist. We're working on something together. And so we got to sing this song out live. And I love those guys so much, just the Christian hip hop rap artists. So Lecrae would be next on my list.
All right. So Lecrae, Justin Bieber, anybody else? I mean,
oh gosh. I would say Ed Sheeran too. I really like his songwriting style.
Yeah. Watched him on The Voice last night, and you just got to love Ed Sheeran. He's so awesome.
He is. He really is.
Very cool.
Wow. Love that. Rachael, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy camper, and blessings to you. That's how you can follow her on Instagram there. Dan has just put it on the screen. Check out the new single. It's called One Heart, Two Homes. Well, not just that single. Check out all her stuff because it's really good stuff. Circles, Belong, Temporary, all the stuff that she's done. Rachael Nemiroff. Rachael, thank you so much. We got to take a break. We will be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.